Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on the channel and welcome to day 10 of our Advent Calendar series for 2025. My name is Warren Bennett. Trev's enjoying this very late afternoon sunshine we've got here at the Middle Range at Chesfield. Well, it wouldn't be a series without putting in one of my favourite exercises. As you can see, today we're going to talk about the feet together drill and the massive advantages it has for your golf swing. So a few times on the channel that I've done this exercise, I've only done it with an iron. So today I'm going to do it with a driver and show you the benefits of how it can improve your swing, how it can improve the speed and distance of your swing. So I'll just get the back camera set up. Trev's staring at something in the tree, probably can smell the halfway hut behind me. Sun's going to stay out, so I'm going to tell you all about one of my favourite exercises, the feet together exercise. So the benefits, very narrow stance, the benefits of swinging with your feet together is going to be increased speed. If you do it correctly, better strike and better consistency. And the advantage of those beautiful ingredients is you won't have to put the effort in. This is one of my pillars of the golf swing. Less is more. Too many golfers put too much effort in with their body and not enough effort with their hands and arms. So I'm hitting a ball there because I've got quite efficient arm swing. So if I had some physical incapabilities or I couldn't move, twist, this is what I'm going to need to do. Now I can't hit it full out, can't hit it my full distance but it's not that far away. I'm hitting it off a tee, by the way, just to protect this grass tee this time of year. Don't really want to be taking too bigger lumps of divot. So you can see the amount of speed I'm creating, and I haven't moved my body yet. There's a little bit of leg action, which is very easy, by the way. The narrower the stance, the easier it is to get off my right side fully. There we go. So if I had a really wide stance, it's hard for me to get off my right side and create balance. There's always going to have to be some, it's exaggerated, always going to have to be some weight on that back leg. The narrower the stance, the easier it is just for me to kick in very slightly, and I've pretty much got all my weight off my right side there. Absolutely fantastic. But you don't have to do it perfect. The narrowness of the stance will make you swing it correctly over a period of time. It may not be easy to do at the start, you may move around too much. Any sort of lateral motion, I'm now going to feel that. I'm going to topple over. So your gyroscope in your head is going to stay nice and central. You can still twist a little bit and you can still twist a little bit, but you're keeping nice and central with the head. That's going to really improve strike. Swing it nice and long either side. You can see how long my follow through is there. Hands are here and club is resting on the back of my neck. Over a period of time, it won't take long. Because it's so narrow, you'll encourage your arms to swing long, as you can see from the replay, either side of the ball. To increase your backswing length without lifting or doing anything weird, because you can kind of still cheat a little bit and not do it correctly, you can still see that I'm not creating the speed I'm after, is to introduce some hinge. So make sure you get some hinge away from the ball. That gives you a nice short arm swing and the club head is nice and long. Like a video I did a few weeks ago, I'm not sure exactly when, is more hinge potentially gives you a more open club face. So the trade-off of that is you might have to have a bit of excess release there, a bit of excess hand motion, so there is a bit of timing involved, but I'd rather the golfer to have more hands and swat it away and create that speed than a golfer that does this. Puts a lot of effort in and not a lot of reward. And this is the essence of my less is more teaching, really. Less with the body, head, shoulders, more with the hands and arms. Get some natural speed down there. And we've all hit that shot, haven't we, where we haven't hit it or felt like we haven't hit it, that's the secret, very hard, and the ball's gone a long way. What's actually happened is you've probably taken the gas off your body and taken the effort away from your body because you just wanted to lay it up, and the ball's gone a long way. Well, that's not magic. That's what less is more is. That's natural speed down there because you can't feel it. That's a difficult thing with golf is, as you can see from the replay, is I'm not moving, so I can't feel that in my body. I can feel it in my hands and arms because I've done it quite a lot of times, but I'm really encouraging my club to stay back and then release. But if you can swing it long either side of the ball with your head nice and still with a bit of hinge, then you'll create that natural speed all the time. Okay, that's with an iron. Let's give it a go with a driver. I haven't done this before with a driver. This will be interesting. So obviously a much longer club, it's going to start pulling you more. So I would give yourself a little bit of leeway. I wouldn't go as narrow as the iron. I'd probably double it. It's the same feeling though, from about here, keeping my head still, I'm twisting, but I'm introducing some hinge, and then I can kind of time it. What I mean by that is just keeping hold of that angle coming down, and then I'm going to swat it away. A little bit of kicking helps. Okay, let's give it a go. I'm not going to hit this full out, just for balance purposes. So the focus is to keep my balance, head still. Oh, lovely. If I had a bad back, which I have had one recently, that's what I would do. If I had a new hip or new knee, that's what I can do, because I can get around the golf course. Won't be able to hit it my full distance, but it won't be far away. But you can still create some natural speed down there. If you haven't got that speed and if your distance kind of drops off after about a 6-iron, you just can't get that extra bit of power, or you want to hit it another 20-30 yards further with a driver, you've got to have some speed. You can't do it with just your body. That's producing no speed. That's more effort, but less down there. I like less effort, so your gears of your arms and hands have to take over, and that produces that speed. You can't feel it, you can probably hear it, but the ball will then react. A great example, probably an older version, is Tom Watson. Absolutely, that's why he could play into his latter years and still compete. So the trade-off might be a lack of consistency, but remember, you're layering this on top of a swing, if this is you, that hasn't got any lag, hasn't got any speed, and needs to increase their speed a little bit. Yes, there's going to be some timing, any sort of change there will be. Let's see if I can go really narrow. Remember, to create balance, nice and still, a little bit of kick in, keep my head nice and still throughout. I'm not lifting up too quickly, and let my arms and wrists do the work. Oh, wow. Now obviously, I've done probably millions of these. When I was young, I used to have a heavy club, and the heavy club is doing the same thing as feet together. You can swing a heavy club. We used to put sand down a grip, and my dad drilled an old, not persimmon, but an old wood with nuts and bolts in there and lead tape, so it was really heavy, so we could swing it normally. So it was really pulling our arms and hands, so the club is pulling us through. It's not the other way around. We're not controlling that club, we're letting the club do the work. And this is what this feet together exercise does. It allows the club to do the work and swing for us. If we do that, then we'll create natural speed. So when we hit a full shot, you can take the same sort of ingredients. You won't be able to feel it probably as much, but you can keep nice and still, nice bit of twist, nice bit of hinge halfway back, and then from here you can stay nice and still, allow this to come down like the feet together element, and then from here you're kicking in, keeps a bit of lag naturally and keeps you nice and square. If I keep that on the floor, it wants to do this under speed, so that's where a little bit of shifting with your pockets and your knee helps. And from here, we're just going to swat it away with a nice still head. Easier said than done, I know, but just an element of that throughout. Okay, let's see if I can layer that onto a full swing. And you only need a little bit, because I'm sure if you've played golf for long enough, you've hit that shot where, wow, couldn't feel the ball off the face, and the ball's gone a long way, and I didn't really feel like I put a lot of effort in. That is the recipe for less is more. I'm here to hopefully make you do that more than once or every now and again. I'm here to hopefully give you the majority of these feelings, so that happens more than not. It's actually quite good to do it with a driver, because even if it's just a practice swing, because the speed and the length of the club is kind of pulling you back to old all the time, and it's harder to keep balance. So if you can do it with a driver, you can definitely do it with an iron. I would encourage you to bounce between the two. Okay everyone, so you can probably tell with my squinting and the shadow how late in the day it is. So thank you very much for joining me for another one. If you haven't seen any of the previous ones, they're all in the playlist, so you can go back and watch it as and when. Okay, so for myself and Trev, we bid you farewell. Stay healthy on and off the golf course, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheerio!